Testing. Gonna drop many frames? I don't know. I hope we don't drop frames. God, this freaking thing looks naked. I don't really think this does anything like maybe. I don't know. Cool. What is going on, world? Welcome back once again. My name is ZacNovak and this is ZacNovak Plays Games. Or actually, today it's really just ZacNovak reads and goes over stuff from the season of the Drifter, which I'm freaking excited about. I actually have tried to push myself back to not actually look at most of this stuff, like the actual vidoc. I'll actually go through that live in a second, but yeah, before we get to that, roll the intros, let's get right into it. I do hope you enjoy. Alrighty, so let's just get this thing up. And yeah, this is the first time I'm actually watching the vidoc, so it'll be pretty interesting. I've watched the first, I think, 20 seconds about 30 times simply because I was having audio issues, but let's click play and audio should be coming through. Have we got audio? Yes, cool.
The Drifter has this mysterious cargo that he's been dragging behind his ship for who knows how long.
The ball. There's, yeah, that
it's a part of the Traveler, okay? Just understand that it is an idea that the Traveler could have been this, and I think in itself... Whoa.
The Drifter has got some of the coolest lore in the game, and this entire release is focused on Drifter.
Gambit is a chance at salvation. Take it.
Okay, here's my one question though. The whole idea that he actually ran with, you know, the legends of yore and stuff like that, and Dredgens and all these people, I honestly think the Drifter has another side, and that side in itself could somehow be potentially connected to the speaker, and in itself I honestly think he's going to have something that actually does something negative towards, I guess, Guardians, maybe even corruption, but let's keep going. I really like the artwork
We've got
though.
Something for everybody, whether you're a D2 owner, a Forsaken owner, or an annual pass owner. We've got new gear to chase, new...
Okay, also, Bungie's whole idea of, I guess, dropping DLC and stuff like that, it's pretty cool. I like the idea of it split up in certain categories and things like that, but at the same time, I honestly think there has to be some middle ground for everything and everyone. But let's keep going.
To chase. We've got exotic quests, we've got clan rings, we've got lore. Every week there's something different for you to do.
Iron Banner, cool, I like that.
Players want to play with their friends right now. They don't want to play 10 hours of something else just to be able to go play Season of the Drifter. So we came up with our search.
Okay, these things in themselves as well, I have seen people talking about them. I think it is pretty interesting. However, I think it does need to be adapted and evolved into something, I guess, new. Potentially even have like some connection where him and Zor have like a yin and yang type of thing, where he gives out certain bounties that allow us to get certain armors and things like that and exotics, as well as Zor doing his whole thing. I think they need to be connected. It's just my theory, but let's keep going.
Bounties to get you up to 640 power within the first hour to 2 of your gameplay experience.
Enough fooling around.
Day one, you're going to log in, you're going to talk to the Drifter. He's going to inform you that the most important thing you do is go play Gambit Prime. So you're going to want to play Prime and then go play Reckoning, and then take your rewards from Reckoning back to Prime.
Yeah, it's this great little loop.
Dredgen.
Nah, not anymore.
Huh.
It's Drifter now.
Season of the Drifter.
So here's my whole thing. If he is actually connected to the 9, as I said with my theory, could potentially the actual, the essence, I guess, of the Osirian, protection towards the Traveler, it has to do with all three of them. And I think, again, they're connected, but as she said Dredgen and he said not anymore as Drifter. So whether that actually means he's given up his bad Monarch or if he's still going to actually, you know, proceed with, I honestly think, an Ascension. We'll see what happens.
There's some super deep lore with Drifter and the Nine. They're working with him for some reason. When you're helping him, it may or may not be the right thing to do, but you just don't know.
I know you all keep tabs on me.
Drifter has finally moved shop. He's running a new scam now. He's got a new thing that he calls Gambit Prime.
She called it a scam. She called it a scam. Okay. Straight out right there, it pretty much states, honestly, it's most likely got to do with an exotic quest that actually comes and actually teaches us about certain weapons and things. Most likely weapons of Sorrow, and potentially even Thorn, because we do know Thorn is coming, but when she said scam, he's running another scam. That in itself means he's got a bad attitude, a bad side, but there could potentially be something good there. So, let's see.
Gambit Prime is the sweatier version. Risks are higher, the reward is higher. If Gambit was training for a heist, Gambit Prime is the heist.
On day one, it's going to feel a little closer to that Gambit you've been playing originally. And then all of a sudden, the mode is actually going to transform over time as players unlock perks.
And it's just one round, so it's really focused into this one short, intense experience.
I don't like that, because it's an intense horde mode in itself, in essence, but it's still confined in one small space. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm just like, Bungie is taking some really amazing steps in the right direction, and then they just kind of hit a wall when they say stuff like that. If he says something about timers, I'm going to be freaking pissed.
A couple things have changed. A few very important elements that can swing matches too. First of all, players can actually drain motes from an enemy team.
Additionally, there's new mechanics during the Primeval phase that asks people to work as a group, almost like a raid, in order to actually DPS the boss and win.
So they actually are implementing new mechanics in itself that isn't actually going to be the same we've experienced before. I have heard that before, Bungie, and a lot of the times it just doesn't seem like it's, you know, one of those big things. I will state it's cool, but it's going to be one of those things where there is going to be very many cheeses towards it, most likely. I'm still excited. Gambit Prime, it sounds pretty cool.
We got feedback from players. They wanted to play Gambit private matches like they can do in the Crucible.
Just get
That's
into a
cool.
fire team. Go in solo if you want to and like check it out. Run around the maps. Create tournaments.
You can explore the map solo. Okay. Pause. Bungie, that timeout. I like that. That in itself is freaking cool. As long as there is a mode where it literally is just solo and you don't have to worry even about ads, or even, it would be cool when you have ads, but anyway, continue.
In the original Gambit, we had these 4 soft roles.
The goal was with Gambit Prime, we wanted to really emphasize these roles and what can we do to make people feel like they are picking and playing a specific role.
Is it just me, or do these characters now actually kind of look like Power Rangers? Just stating, but it's kind of cool. Also, the whole idea of there was 4 different things. I didn't even know that. I thought it was just attack, grab motes, deposit, block, and that's pretty much it. On defend, but that was really much it. Well, that's actually 4. Continue.
So we built brand new armor sets that allow you to basically lean into the roles that we built for the activity. Calling the Reaper, person who kills as many combatants as possible.
Scythe of Destruction sounds freaking beastly. That'd be a cool SoundCloud rapper name, honestly.
The Collector, the person who collects as many...
Commander of the Dark. I do see those perks there though, so it seems they are actually mechanics and perks that don't just work with the armor but work with certain characters as well.
The Sentry, the person who's focused on defeating the Taken and helps you kill the Primeval.
I like doing that.
And then of course, the classic Invader, who's going to wreak havoc on the other team as many times as possible.
We don't actually know how people are going to play
I can see he's
different
using
roles.
that
It's gonna be
good old
interesting to see
solar
how they
warlock.
concoct their teams and go in and play.
Yeah.
Wait, so as he just said, you can concoct your teams and go in and play. Does that mean there is actually certain armors that can be changed and aren't actually gen locked to what they're going to be? I really hope that's a part of it.
They have 2 new
Let's
maps
see.
coming in the release.
The Mars map is first week.
Okay, that's cool.
Titan is the second week.
There's a new weapons feat for Gambit Prime, the Spare Rations hand cannon, the Soul Survivor sniper rifle, the Doomsday grenade launcher.
We're really excited about these weapons because
They're all
not only do they play
they're all hard-hitting weapons, but at the same time, I honestly think that potentially the perks that might come with these are very, very intrinsic to what kind of armor you're using. But we'll see. Mainly I said that because the Hunter goes invisible, the Warlock got a bit of a shield, and I can also see there's a sword on that guy's back right there, which, that looked cool.
really, really well, but they look amazing. They look like they were designed by this space biker rebel guy.
Space Biker Rebel Guy. If the Drifter doesn't fit that, I don't know who else actually would. He's seen some serious shit. The Drifter has
It's a
some...
big improvement over Black Armory. Annual pass owners, day 1, you will have full access to being able to play.
As soon as you finish your first Gambit Prime match, Reckoning is going to open up. You're teleported into the Plains of the Nine, which is this huge, like, vast space.
Is that a little bit too much spoiler? I honestly think that in itself would be a lot cooler if we experienced it for ourselves instead of being told what it actually is, but hey, it's cool.
The Reckoning
4 people?
is a pinnacle PvE experience inside the Drifter's ball, and it's pretty intense.
Yeah, it's
not easy.
It is not easy.
The Nines... Wait. Are they saying that the Nines area and the agents of the Nine live inside the Drifter's ball? Like, that in itself is kind of crazy. That means the Drifter has had them in there the entire time, and people have been coming and going and setting things up and making the future be planned for the Drifter. Okay, I understand it now.
When you first
Continue.
get dropped into Reckoning, it's complete chaos.
You don't know what's going on. You're gonna have to move fast. You're gonna have to kill fast.
High octane, back against the wall, enemies spawning.
You're getting attacked from all directions.
Think the Crota raid from D1.
That's cool.
At first, you're only going to have access to Tier 1, and then Tier 2 and Tier 3 will slowly unlock.
It gets more and more chaotic.
And there's a
Killing
timer
everything you
counting
can,
down the whole
timer
time.
counting down.
Why? Dude, they freaking put timers. No timers. Just endless. It's fun. No timers. My drawer keeps opening.
So every week, as you play through Reckoning, you're going to come out with more and more pieces of armor for Gambit Prime.
Evolutionary armor, it sounds like it.
Every
That is
piece of
cool.
armor has the Drifter's snake decal on all the pieces, and the color of that decal corresponds to the role that you're playing.
Ah.
So if you're an invader set, you've got these glowing, like, red snakes covering your entire armor set. So when you see someone come over, you're gonna know. Or if you see someone
Imagine
in
the ready
room.
They're making it slightly easier so you can see targets.
Everyone
That's
is
kind of
glowing,
cool.
Everyone has an aura. You should be expecting those top tier perks.
You're gonna look across or look at your team and go, oh my
Four
God.
invaders?
Yeah.
Those were some cool new emotes. We saw, I think, them drinking a milkshake or something. I also liked his shirt, the Thunderlord
Crazy,
shirt.
like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Slover bomb to the face.
We're really excited for all the content we've got coming out, not just annual pass content.
The new Crucible pinnacle weapon, the new Vanguard pinnacle weapon, a new spring event coming, which
The
we've never
Revelry.
had before, the Revelry.
Yeah, week 2, you're going to start your journry to Thorn. I cannot wait to complain about people with Thorn.
Yeah.
As I'm
Yay!
playing Thorn.
Thorn's back, but Bungie. I'm still, I smell the fish. They're saying that Thorn's back, but they're not exclusively saying there aren't other weapons of sorrow. Let's just listen to what they say in the next couple of sentences, see what they say.
Season of the Drifter is really the first time we're coming out really understanding how we want to structure a season of content.
Leaning into shape Destiny more in line with what our core community wants.
Listening to players, taking feedback, and actually implementing it.
What the roadmap for
that's cool.
PUBG-controlled Destiny looks like.
This is one of the most exciting times. We're beginning to form up the muscles to make Destiny a quick reacting live game, and I can only see it getting better from here.
This is just the beginning of a conversation.
It looks like an evolving style. It looks like an evolving style that in itself, I think Bungie was aiming for it in the first place in day one, but it didn't really come out the way they really wanted. This in itself sounds like they're doing it for themselves and for the community. They're not just doing it,
Right
you
now,
know,
the
to
team's
make a game.
upstairs testing Season of Opulence.
We're already building plans for how to make the thing.
Season of Opulence? That sounds freaking neat. I hope they've got that in this week at Bungie. We'll have a look after this.
After that, even better.
There's a thing that comes out after that?
Well, what's the next one?
Wait, what was that? I need to go back.
The team's upstairs testing Season of Opulence.
We're already building plans for how to make the thing comes out after that even better.
There's a thing that comes out after that?
Well, what's the next one?
Until then, go check out Gambit Prime.
So, Season of the Drifter. This in itself, I'm freaking excited for. Season of Opulence, Season of whatever else is coming, it's freaking cool. Now, I will actually state the one big thing that's kind of like got me, I guess, intrigued more so than really anything is how they've actually now got it kind of set out for the gameplay calendar. This in itself is a little bit more interesting than what was there before. Free seasonal pass updates, which is the dawning power increase, new vanity rewards, new rank rewards, new triumph and lore books, Crimson Days, Iron Banner, Gambit private matches and new maps, power increase, new vanity rewards, exotic quest, new triumph and lore books, new rank rewards, the Revelry, which comes in May, Arc Week, Iron Banner. Now, Arc Week sounds pretty interesting. They've also got a blank and then power increase, new vanity, exotic quest, new triumph and lore books, new rank and rewards, Solstice of Heroes once again in August, and another Iron Banner. I'm really happy just because there's Iron Banner in there, but also how they now have in the annual pass Black Army weapons and gear. We've got exotic quests, new raids, new triumph and lore books, Black Armory Forges and Black Armory Forges. That sounds interesting. I honestly think that's going to be an actual, you know, evolution of what there could actually be for the Forges. Potentially even a longer version of them, we'll have to see. We've also got Gambit Prime weapons and gear, The Reckoning, which sounds awesome, Invitations of the Nine, which again is very vague but still very interesting, new Triumph and lore books, Gambit Prime private matches with new maps, exotic quest, Allegiance quest, which actually has to do with the Vanguard, the Drifter, the Crucible and all stuff like that. We've also got new weapons and gear, new raid, and new 6-player match-made activity, which sounds like another version of maybe a raid. Potentially, it could actually be an evolution of the old school Prison of Elders. We'll have to see. Also got Redacted. Cool. New Triumph and lore books and Redacted. So, yeah, that in itself is a big tease by Bungie, and they're kind of just rubbing it in our face saying, hey, look, there is, you know, a bunch of stuff that's coming that we're not going to tell you about. But one of the other big things that they do actually have is when you're looking at this image. Now, this image doesn't really stand out too much other than one thing that actually really stands out to me, and it's kind of something over everything, is this whole thing called Legion's Folly. Now, I do understand this is just an actual Gambit Prime map, but I honestly think there could potentially be some form of lore that goes along with that. I'm very interested in this seriously just because it sounds cool. Invitations of the Nine and The Reckoning Tier 3, which just sounds like more, you know, have to go through and do PvP stuff, which I'm not good at. But yeah, a bunch of other stuff, and Arc Week, which sounds cool, and it's free to all players. I'm wondering if that's just going to be an Arc Singe week, we'll have to see. And the Revelry, which is intriguing. I don't know what I was trying to say. Anyway, what? else could we talk about? Oh, that's right. The path begins with Zor. Now, this in itself, with the invitation to the 9, Zor's bounties are going to be actually changed up. Now, the mysterious place in the universe he takes you is going to be a different one. Now, the path begins with Zor on Friday on March 15th. Annual pass owners will be able to pick up an invitation of the 9 from Zor. Once the objectives are complete, it would transform into a bounty called Into the Unknown. These will be available to complete once per week on characters, once per character, similar to bounties you get at the beginning of Forsaken for completing an activity with full gear sets. Week over week, however, for the 9 weeks, you'll actually collect new lore and new powerful rewards. That in itself, that sounds cool, because Zor's getting an update, guys, like a legit actual update. So, yeah, I'm pretty hyped. I'm pretty excited. As you can see, this video in itself was a long babbly one, but hopefully it wasn't actually too boring or annoying for you guys. It's one of those videos where I'm just like, hey, I needed to get this video out. I actually wanted to do this video yesterday, but I had no voice. I have pretty much all today taken just a bunch of anticols, which is just like throat lozenge things, and yeah. So far, so good. But anyway, this has been ZacNovak. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm seriously hyped for Season of the Drifter. We've got literally like 1.5 sleeps until it actually is here. You guys will probably see this when it's like, you know, 1 sleep away, because it's going to take me a few hours to actually render this video and then upload it. So, yeah, better get started on that. But until next time, this has been ZacNovak. This has been the good stuff with the Season of the Drifter. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, maybe click that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you guys did enjoy about this video. Unless you are the dude that called me annoying, and I honestly want to know why you think I'm annoying, but I mean, hey, some people think I'm annoying. Am I annoying? Am I really annoying? I can be, but I won't be. Anyway, what was I saying? I can't really remember. Anyway, yeah, I was lost for a second. I kind of got caught up in things. My phone also went off. Anyway, what I was saying is, if you did enjoy the video, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that good stuff. If you are a new viewer, maybe you want to actually hit that subscribe button so you can be subscribed to my content. Sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's just annoying. But, yeah, this is pretty much me. If you guys are a new viewer, again, hit that subscribe button. Returning subscriber, and you want to stay updated with my stuff, hit that bell notification, do all that good stuff, and I'll be cheering like Karen ever he was at Sheeran. But until next time, this is ZacNovak, signing off. Peace out. Well, my drawer nearly fell off. Shouldn't have tried to do that. Anyway, peace out.